Everybody, Plantain81 here, and today is June 23rd, 2011, and we're taking a look at my volunteer watermelon. And we're going to take a closer look because, you know, I haven't been taking care of this plant whatsoever. Just the other day I finally started watering it, but look at this watermelon. Not bad for just kind of being on its own. And it doesn't just have one. It has two more, this one right here, and where did the other one go? Oh, it's back there. And this one right over here. So not bad at all for just, you know, not being watered whatsoever. Like I mentioned, until recently, my dogs have been running around it and just tearing it apart. That's why you see markings on the watermelon. Here we have a wild and crazy tomato plant that also is a volunteer, and I'll probably be pulling this one up because I don't want it to spread disease. Now let's go take a look at my garden. I do have one more tomato plant over there that's growing along. This one I decided the other week to go ahead and try to help it up a little bit. So I put this tomato cage upside down just to kind of keep it off the ground to see how it does. So we shall see. It does have some tomatoes in there. I'm not sure if you can see them, but yeah, it has some tomatoes, so that's pretty neat. Absolutely no water. I think it might be getting a little bit of water from the neighbor's yard, but we shall see. Over here in my garden, things are looking great. I did go ahead and harvest a few things today, or well, I'm going to harvest a few things today, and I did harvest one thing so far, and this is actually why I'm making the video. Oh, okay, so first off, right here, my cucumbers, they're looking okay. They're not doing too bad. They're coming right along. They are, that one up there got attacked by something. I'm not sure if it was like a grasshopper or something, because I've seen a lot of grasshoppers around here. There's another one right over here. This one is, I just kind of accidentally let it get a little too big, so I'll harvest it today and see how it tastes. These are the Asian ones, and they haven't been tasting too bad even when I accidentally let them get too big. This squash plant over here, it is just taking over, but you know, it's not giving me a whole lot, but it's just giving me enough for, you know, what I eat. So I know that there is another squash somewhere down there. There it is. And I know that there was another flower open today, so not too bad if I do say so myself. Over here, the yellow squash, they're not doing great. Ooh, there's a cucumber. They're not doing great, but there's at least one plant with fruit, so that is awesomeness. The tomato bed right over here, it is doing awesome. Since today is just a beautiful day and whatnot, I am going to be making some salsa with the few tomatoes that I do have. I might even have to use some of my cherry tomatoes if I don't have enough Roma. I think I might have enough Roma though, because there are quite a few Romas down there. There they are, that are ripening along, and then some more right up there. Hopefully, since those aren't very big Romas, hopefully there's enough. The tomatillo plant right here, you know, this is about the only plant that's not really producing yet. Well, this one and then the other tomatillo plant, because I did plant two. This jet star plant right here is the only one that I'm single stemming, and well, it just looks kind of sad, but hopefully it'll come along. This other jet star here, this one just has clusters everywhere. It has like two clusters, well, one cluster way down there, another cluster there, another one right there, and then this one right here that's starting to turn. So this one's doing rather well, but then again, this one I kind of let it go kind of wild, so maybe that's why. Over here, this is the other tomatillo plant, but this one's kind of weird because This one's mostly growing straight up. Unlike the other one, it's growing kind of wild and more like close to the ground. I don't know. They're from the same seed packet. Over here, let's go way down here. Check it out. My onions are starting to bulb. I'm so stoked over that. And then over here, I found that I do have a red onion growing along. Not very big, but you never know. I might get something. Next to it, we have another onion that's actually starting to form a bulb. We'll see how that comes along. And look right in there. Look at that beautiful cluster of just romas. And then another one right there. Awesomeness. Right over here, where the cantaloupe and onions and watermelon are, they're looking good. I actually have some watermelons on the vine, or on this vine anyways. There's one here, one there, and I know that I saw two more elsewhere, but I have no clue where they're at right now. Right over here, we have my sugar baby. Look at that pretty baby. It's so itsy bitsy. Look, looks so cool. The onions, they're actually bulbing here too. I did go ahead and harvest one onion. I'll show you in just a little bit. I also planted okra in here. I'm not sure how it's gonna do, but it wasn't doing well in the other bed, so we'll see how that comes along. There's some cilantro that I just kind of tossed the seeds in here because they were just, you know, from the other plant, and they were just sitting there, so I figured I'll just toss the seeds in here and see what they do. So they've been sprouting, and hopefully I can get some cilantro soon, because with me pulling that onion, and let me show you that onion. It's right over here. It's not too bad. I mean, it's little, but it's enough to make a small little salsa. And most of the stuff will come from my garden because I have the onion, I have the peppers, and then of course the tomatoes. Over here, the sweet bananas are coming along, and this time I'm going to try to let them turn red. See how they do. I read somewhere that sweet bananas do turn red, so I'm going to taste what it tastes like in red. Here we have my bell peppers. This particular plant, I think, only has like a couple on it, but most plants are doing very well. I mean, this one has several on there, and so does this plant here. There's like at least a couple there. There's a nice and big one over there, but over here, this plant here has these two. I'm gonna try to let them turn and see how they taste once they turn, because I haven't been letting them turn so far. I've been picking them kind of small and when they're still green. And then the garlic down here, not too bad if I do say so myself, especially for me not really taking care of my garden this year because I don't really have much time. I'm hardly ever home. Things are doing rather well. I mean, last year I spent most of my time in the garden and things just didn't do so good. This year I'm just so excited. Things are doing awesome. And then here's some serranos that I'm going to be using on my salsa. And then look at these jalapenos. They look like store size just about. But what I'm really excited about is these bell peppers here. Look at that. It actually looks normal size. Ha! Okay. Well, that's about it for now. Till next time. Bye.